So let's just make sure we covered everything we said we'd cover. Yeah, we covered changes to the publications, glossary, etc. Where can you get these? The last slide in this deck covers that. You can also look at the attachments. Blah, 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 new concepts. When are these courses available? The courses are available. The old courses are still available, the current courses I should say, and the foundation is here. By the 8th, the rest of the courses will be out except for Malcolm. That'll be out 4 weeks or so when the syllabus is made available to us. So we talked about the examinations. Can you still get the V3 courses? Yeah. Is there a downside? Not really. They're forward compatible, as I said, and they've been uploaded upgraded with the 2011 edition sample exam, so they'll be representative. So my advice, as I said, is if you're at the tail end of a set of trainings, use the old stuff. If you're just starting anew, use the new stuff. I've earned a V3 certification. Is it still valid? Do I have to update? No, there's no plan been announced. There will not be any kind of, oh gosh, you're only ITIL 2007 edition V3 certified. There's something wrong with you. You need to recertify. There's nothing like that. That's not going to happen. What's the upside downside of using the V3 versus the 2011 edition courseware? I think we covered that. Practical implications for change for practitioners: use the new materials. If there's a problem or opportunity in the new concepts areas or new process areas, maybe have a look at that. And then lastly, if I've started my ITIL expert certification with V3, can I finish with the 2011 edition stuff? Sure, no problem. You can mix and match. That's fine. And to that, if there's any issues that you have with in the transition, you know, with what you might order from us, you can always call Meg, 206-729-1107. She'll straighten you right out, and we'll make sure you get the right stuff. And to that also, you know, we've only got a few minutes. I've got a hard stop in 8 minutes, but I want to make sure that if we help our customers, our partners, our instructors through these kinds of transitions, feel free to send me an email personally. It's Dave P, D-A-V-E, P as in Peter, at Poltorak.com, P as in Peter, ULTORAK.com, with any questions, concerns, issues, requests for information, clarification. I want to make sure you're successful in making this transition to ITIL 2011 edition. Okay? So here's where you can get some of the stuff. I encourage you to pull down the posters. They're cool. They're fresh off the presses. They clarify what was in V2, what was in V3 2007 edition, and what's new in 2011. And I really encourage you to have a look at the this planner poster. So I love this. I don't know if you guys can see everything here, but basically, you know, when you go to implement ITIL, whether you're helping somebody or you're doing it yourself, it's like I always say, it's the bottom slice of bread on the sandwich. You know, if you don't have a bottom slice of bread on the sandwich falls apart. It's great to have a top slice, which is top-down efforts, service improvement projects to go improve processes, etc. But if you don't have an ask, in a nutshell, in my view, implementing service management and making improvements is changing behavior. Right? So if you don't have an ask of individuals and teams to go out and affect the outcomes that are important to you, you're going to have not long-standing change, and you're not going to have the radical, rabid, viral change that you get when you get people activated. So part of this is we developed this little job aid, which basically says, look, go look at these outcomes at a period, once a week or whatever, and then say, what's 1, 2, 3 simple things that I can do to affect this? What's a win that I can celebrate? You know, if people go and do some great stuff, but nobody says, hey, great job, send a kudos, send an email, you know, buy them a pizza, whatever the heck it is, celebrate those wins, surface those wins. You know, when do you hear things about IT when something goes wrong? You don't want that. So that's helpful. Then what's 1, 2, 3 things I can do in my circle of influence to influence these outcomes this week or period? And then what's something I could ask for? I may not get it. Maybe I'll get one out of 100 things, but what can I ask for that really, we really need a DML. We really need to clean up our VMM library so we can build provision these VMs better. And then take action and communicate results. But what's cool about this poster is large format, available in a couple different formats. It lists in a nutshell the aims of each of the processes. It says, this is what you're shooting for here, buddy. So if you're missing this, if you're off, if this is an improvement or a problem area, what can you do about it? And this gives you a little rubric to go through and do that. So individuals can do it, and then teams can do it. Team leaders can do it and pull these things through. I mean, properly done, when this is applied, you see this in the field, all these great stories coming out. Hey, the circuits and switches guys came up with their own DML, and they cut down unnecessary errors by 85%. And the desktop services guy implemented this simple change management change. They're going to put this sticker on your thing when they're moving your PC around. That's really increased SAT with the move add and changes process by 60%. That's the kind of thing you want to see. And you get people activated. They'll come up with things that you wouldn't even thought of in their patch. And again, if you think about this as changing behavior, it makes a huge difference. That's why I want to share this with you. These are available. The full-up ITIL 2011 edition full-up swirl posters are available that look kind of like this, but with the swirly things in the middle, as well as the horizontal wallpapers and everything. So they're all free. If you want a hard copy, we can ship that to you, the printed versions. But I just want to make sure you're aware of these things because they can make a huge difference in communicating and working with making these improvements. So we're actually out of time. I encourage you to send me an email if you've got further questions. I appreciate you taking the time. Again, there's going to be a repeated session on the 15th of September at this exact time. The registration link that you were sent for this one will work for that one as well. So if you have a colleague who's still on vacation and that's their toes in the sand, etc., but needs to get up to speed on this, we'll cover this content along with anything that's due and latest breaking at that point. So thanks for joining today. I do appreciate it, and I look forward to corresponding with you via email.